Yeah.
Got it. Whew.
Oh man, Shant, this is gonna be a little awkward. I might not make too much eye contact during this podcast tonight, buddy.
I'm a little worried.
Do you remember that time I hit on Betty when I first met her, not knowing you guys were like kind of talking?
Oh, yeah. That was great.
Glad we got that cleared up. How many sisters did Betty have?
She has 3 sisters.
2, 1. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 17. Shant, did I get that right?
Yes.
Wow.
I think so. We've done so many. I just feel like we're losing count.
Season 1 is almost over, you know.
Yeah, are we doing seasons or are we just going to like 1,000 or something?
I don't know. It's however you feel. We got to discuss it with the podcast board of directors, the rest of the team, Shant, Ari, Sako, Tavit.
Yeah. Because if we're going to do season 1, if we end season 1, we have a break. And then we could say we're on, like a little break from our podcast and then come back, pretend like, we're like athletes. We're in the off season. We're getting ready for the season number 2.
I like it. I like the idea. So yeah, sorry to bring that up, man. I feel like it kind of had to be addressed before we dive deeper into this podcast. I was DMing with this chick and she goes like, are you ready for the barrage of like, I was like, when are you going to get married? But I don't have too much of that on Thanksgiving. I have that a lot when like my mom's friends come over, not during Thanksgiving. They know not to fucking ask that at the table. Like nobody does that at the table anymore. But like I responded with like, I feel like chicks have it a little bit harder. But guys, like after like 31, 32, like me and Sako are looked at like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't
like,
you here?
I'm sure, your mom would be like with her friends, like, Arin yergo business panganegor. Like he has 2 businesses, and then they'll be like, "Patier pidamus nana."
Yeah. Like more importantly, why is he doing all that and not fucking getting married, right?
He's like, oh, they don't like to see that on YouTube. He's on YouTube. No, it's not. Girls don't like that.
So I guess this conversation tonight I wanted to have with you, Shant, about like, all right, listen, like I'm doing this with an open mind right now. Like any girl that I see, I'm taking a lot more seriously now than like a few years back. Because a few years back, I fucked up a really, really good one. Like I had a really, really good girl, like marriage, like wifey material, but very, very attention needy, like everything that just I couldn't give at the time because I was so focused.
Yeah, you're just starting, yeah.
Right? But like had that been like right now, maybe I would have saw like the benefit of having a girl like her. So like maybe like it would have encouraged me like, yo, like set aside like an hour or 2 in your day, get to it, do it, because in the long run, well, who knows? I don't know if it would have been like you and Betty, but maybe it wouldn't have put me in this shitty position where like now it's like, all right, now I actually have to create time to like.
So is that door 100% closed or?
Yeah, I fucked that up beyond belief, bro. That was awful, man. We'll get to that. I'll dig further into that. Because she was one of the not so fucked up ones that I dated. She just really loved attention. But you, Shant, is what I'm sort of interested in right now. Can you talk about you and Betty? Because you and Betty met when you weren't like knees deep in trying to get yourself like ahead of the game. Like you're not in the 9 to 5. You're not like, but you weren't doing what you're doing now before you met Betty or during, right?
Yeah, I was just a regular freaking like a loser. Kind
Well
of.
said. Makes sense. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Not a,
what it like? How did that change? How did you become? How did you change from the loser that you were to the loser that you are now? What brought you? What brought you here?
okay. You just keep shitting on me on these. I need a new podcast partner, man. Someone who fucking lifts me up a little bit.
Did I say loser that you are now? No, I meant fuck.
No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. So I'll say before I met Betty, right? I had a lot of aspiration, right? Like just false aspirations in my head. Like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I always wanted to do something, but never really ended up doing anything, right? And I kind of just lost that spirit of wanting to do something, right?
Professionally or like
No,
what?
like I wanted to start. I was like 18, 19. I'm like telling my dad, I want to start a business. I want to do this. I want to, oh, we should go buy this duplex in Jersey City. Like it's a sick investment. Let's do something. But then my dad was like, but you don't have any money. What are you going to do? And I was like, fuck. All right. Um,
That's important.
yeah, good point. So I always wanted to do something, right? But then it just kind of died off. Like I felt like a piece of me died off, and then I just kind of just fucking went into just doing whatever, right? And then I met Betty, and she was actually the one. Like when we first met, like, she's like, oh, we should. Yeah, I want this. Not like in a materialistic way, right? But she just wanted a bigger life, right? And then I'd always be like, no, you're
Crazy.
like, yeah, you're crazy. No way. It's not going to happen. Be realistic. Even though I was the one not realistic before. And then when we met, I was, like I said in the previous episode, I think, I was making like $200 a week. So then after being together, I guess something hit me inside where it's like, she deserves more. She deserves better. Right.
You don't want to lose her because
Not
of
really.
that.
I wouldn't, I don't think I'd ever lose her. I just felt like she deserved better from what she's been through in her life. And, she had her brain surgery. I know you remember that at the time. This was when I just got into like business, and just seeing her laid up just in bed, like in the what's not in ICU, right? Just fucking laying there. I'm like, nah, dude, she needs more, right? So that kind of sparked it a little bit.
So it's constant. She's constantly been putting, like subliminally, subconsciously, she's been putting like fires under your ass. Like just from like looking at her, you're just constantly like motivated to like always want to give more, like provide more.
Yeah, because it's not like she got with me because she saw, oh, here's a guy I'm gonna mooch off of, right?
Yeah.
She's one of the few like who actually like, because we had this conversation in the beginning, because her friends, her family, probably like, dude, I think she had people who were, I think, a doctor or something, talking to like, very successful people. Like, what are you doing with him? Like fucking the loser, right? And I think she told me this. She's like, yeah, because I believed in you.
Love that. I
So
had
it's like,
I had that before I fucked up completely. I had that from this girl that I was dating last, and she was so like wait, what's going on? Like when I first started talking to you, you weren't making videos, but I'm kind of liking the videos, and my mom kind of likes the videos, and she like her mom believed in me. Her mom was one of my first subscribers.
nice. Shout out to you, Mom.
Yeah, and she would constantly get the notifications, and like her dad had no idea what the fuck I did. He knew that I had a restaurant, but no idea I had this like other thing. But the mom was like very like business centric. You know what I
So
mean?
she
Like,
kind of had a, so Do you, and I wanted to ask you this because I was thinking about this as you're talking about that. Sorry to cut you off. Did you fuck it up because I'm trying to look at this? Did you fuck it up because you were just too focused on your business, or did you fuck it up because maybe you just weren't ready for something to take care of someone like serious, like inside, deep down, like?
So she wasn't completely independent. First of all, there was like a little bit of a language barrier. There was a culture barrier, not between me and her, but with her and the rest of the world.
Okay.
So she just was a little bit foreign to here. I had to drive everywhere. I had to go out of my way for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
There was constantly an issue of me getting frustrated a lot with how much effort I had to put in. And this wouldn't have normally been the case with like previous girlfriends. So like I was set up already for like I didn't need to take care of those other girls as much, but now I got this literal sort of like kind of baby. And she was younger than a lot of the girls I dated. So it's not even so much that I wasn't ready for it. I feel like once you get on my bad side, or like once you start irritating me, I'm automatically like the moment you irritate me a couple times, I start associating with you. I start associating you to making me irritable.
Yeah.
Right? So once we cross that point, it's like every time you're needy, I get fucking frustrated. So that happened a lot. It was like a series of it. Actually, one time we're at a nightclub, right? And I had, at the time, I was just starting BAC. So like every little deal, every little communication was like pertinent. Like I need to respond to everything. And I remember we were with like a bunch of people. So it's not like she needed my attention. I had my phone out, and then I took out my other phone to do a lease calculation so I could respond back to somebody. And I remember I had it out for like maybe like 3 minutes, and I'm doing it, and she kind of taps my hand, and she goes like in Armenian, she goes, what you're doing is rude, and it's my friends, and I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, don't worry, like I got this. I need to do this, and she stormed out. She stormed out of the huddle. And I'm like, no, see, if I run after her right now, I'm going to be doing this every fucking time. That's when shit really started going the opposite direction. So after that happened and I didn't react, right? It was like from now on, she wouldn't do that. She would put up with my bullshit, but she would keep testing me to see like how much further I could push it.
Okay.
Like one time, I'll give you another example. One time, I'm like, listen, I got a lot of work, right? If you want to hang out, I'm down, but I got to bring my laptop and do work. Like we'll sit down, like I can do my work, you can do yours, whatever. And I'm doing my stuff, and like she's trying to talk to me. And I'm like, yeah. And like she got like really frustrated, like not talking anymore because I'm working. But like we said, I got work to do. What do you want me to do?
So how long were you guys together when this started all happening? When you started BAC and stuff?
When I started BAC, like 6 months after, we started dating. And 6 months after I started BAC was when I actually started getting business.
Okay. And how long did you guys date for?
A year.
Okay. So that's where I think, so like it's different with me and Betty, and then you, and we will not speak of the name. I don't know. I don't remember her name, but that's why. So you were just starting something, right? And you're starting from scratch, and you have to like, because when you're new, you're like, fuck, I have to give all my attention to this so it could grow. Because, like you're scared, it's not a job, like you have to put your energy into it. And when you're dating a girl, and then it's like, but you have to give attention to her too, right? Because you have to grow that, you have to do this, but like, I think the timing was just so bad with me and Betty. It was different because
So bad.
we had like 6-7 years of just togetherness.
That's crazy.
And then it's like, oh, I'm going to do this. So she was able to like, okay, I'm going to step back, let him do what he's got to do. And it was a little bit more like we're on the same page because we've gone through it together already, right? And it's like, we've established a core. You guys didn't have a core. And you're trying to like build a core for BAC. You're trying to build a core here. Like we've already had the core.
Bro, I love that.
Yeah.
I
So
kind of
it's,
wish
you know,
I had that. Like I had a girl before I started making money and like establishing my business and stuff like, because now I feel like at this point, like I got to kind of weed out like any like underlying intentions with girls. You know what I mean? You don't have that problem. You were fucking piss poor when you met Betty. Or like, am I wrong?
yeah. I mean, not poor. Poor is like, you know, homeless. I technically was. I was living with my parents. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very thing. So when we, you know, when I started this, she was just able to be like, okay, go do you. I'll be here. So like when we'd go out, it'd be like Valentine's Day. We're at dinner, fucking client calls. I'm like, shit, you know, she looks, she's like, oh, take it.
Take it.
She's like, take it. She's like, go right now, you know, like, because she wants, you know, like she wants me to get successful, right? Because we're in it together now.
I feel so bad, man. Had I know, I was so drunk
Yeah, I remember, I'm like,
that
what's
night.
this kid doing?
I had no idea, man.
And it wasn't anything disrespectful or anything. Everybody relaxed. It was just like,
Fuck, man, that was awful. Do you guys ever talk about that after? Like, I can't believe my cousin hit on
I
you.
think we just laughed about it. I think that was like super early. Like,
That was so early. That was in 2010. That was 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago. I hit on your now wife, not knowing that you guys had like a communication going on.
yeah, we
I
were, I
think
think,
that would
talking.
help you. Do you think it would help me to have a long distance or not so much? Because your relationship was long distance with Betty.
Yeah, for like 3 years. Even my brother, Tavi, 3 years long distance.
With
And
Sam?
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah, and they have a really good relationship. And I think what it does, bro, it's like we and granted, okay, at that time texting wasn't huge, right? So we weren't in a texting relationship like most people are now, like text, like, what are you doing? What are you, blah, blah, blah. So you text all fucking day, right?
Yeah.
And then when you talk to each other at night, it's like you have nothing to talk about. You already texted everything, right? So at that time, we, you know, obviously we were long distance. We were 4 hours away. She was in DC, I was in Jersey, and it would be more, we would talk on the phone every night, right? So we literally got to like get to know each other over the phone, talking, right? And when we would hang out, like I would go for the weekend or she would come up, it would just be like all weekend, me and you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because right now, like if you have a girlfriend and they live in town, you're gonna hang out. I'll come over. I'm gonna be on my phone. Like you see each other so much, so we built such like a core because it's like it had to be like we got to know each other, right? A lot of people they're not getting to know each other because they're having a text relationship.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. We would just talk on the phone for an hour every night.
Me and her had I told you in one of the earlier episodes, our disconnect was major because of that, like she would constant text, Snapchat. So I would get irritated before I even saw her.
Yeah, there was no social media wasn't huge then. It's not like we post something on Instagram, comment, haha, oh, message. Did you see this? It wasn't like that, bro. It was like all day I wouldn't talk to her. And you look forward to speaking to someone now rather than all day you've fucking texted them. It's like
I lost the girl that was sort of opposite of Betty. And I'm not even gonna like lie, bro, because it's such a common thing that you guys will never actually talk about. The girl that I lost, that I'm kind of happy that I lost, but she was a very, very like good lesson for me. She kind of molded me into the guy that I am now. Because she would be on the lookout for guys that are sort of like me now, right? So the reason why I lost her was like because I wasn't there yet. Sort of like how you weren't there yet when you and Betty were talking, and then like you were motivated to like do more, give her more, but not because she was like gold digging.
Yeah,
fucking,
no. Yeah.
No, you were doing it out of like the purity, like pureness of your heart. I was doing it so that this would never become a fucking problem in the future. But she, the girl that I was dating before the one that I'm referring to, that I lost, that girl made me sort of become kind of like the dick I am now. Cause I'm on the lookout for like the shit that like girls look for. But if you're actively looking for it, then I'm gonna completely fucking take you out as an option because I don't even want that.
Well, yes and no.
Right. Okay. But like, don't be like so like obvious. Like,
okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Like they see an athlete or a celebrity, it's like, oh my god, like let me try to
fuck him.
Yeah. Because I realized like it's okay if Betty wants more, right? Like she deserves to have it, right? So like she should want to be with someone who could provide more for her, right?
Absolutely.
Good thing she didn't go for that at first, because
dodge the bullet there.
But one thing I think it would be probably beneficial for you to probably be with someone who is long distance, right? Because I'm looking at it from outside in. You're working all day. You don't have time to hang out with someone, right? So boom, at nights you talk. You get on the phone. You FaceTime. You get to communicate with each other. And then every month or so, like you take a trip out for the weekend, and then you have the weekend. You're not working, so it's probably difficult now for you. But I think that would be a really, really good thing. And I think also, like, you have to understand, bro, you have to be ready too, right? Because if, let's say I met Betty when I was like 20,
yeah,
we're going to be together because I was an idiot.
True. You probably, the thing is that like, okay, like I was 26 or 27. So like, it's not like I was like an idiot, but granted, I kind of started late and my head was like purely in business. Like I wasn't like seeing like the major danger in like losing something like this now.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know, Sean. I don't know if I could do long distance because I've done it before.
It's hard. But you get to really know the person. And
do you think that because Betty was another sort of working professional that helped you? Like she sort of understood the value in like building like your business because like she knew all about like that, but she wasn't necessarily doing that. Like if you're dating a nurse, she may not really comprehend like the whole like business mindset, like all that shit. Because I've only dated girls like non-motivated to like do like creative shit. I've only dated like nurses. I don't know. This last one was like a medical field. I'm not going to say it, medical field person. So they've never been there. I
don't know, because it's interesting because I made probably some. So I made mistakes in the beginning, right? Because Betty is not like wants to create something on her own, right? She's that I know of. I mean, I could ask her, but it does, or like, you know, like into the stuff that I'm into, like I do a lot of self-development. I like to go on conferences and like try to, do stuff to like get my mind better and stuff. And in the beginning, since it was more on a mistake on my end, which you wouldn't have that issue because you already started and created something. When I started, I was very, I think, feeling deficient inside and self-conscious. So like I would like force her to try to be like me. And it caused issues.
In what way? Like make yourself better too? Like follow
Yeah.
Gary V?
Yeah, like, hey, I'm doing this, just do it together, like you should do it too. She's like, I don't give a shit, man. Like,
Yeah. Like you worry about you, I'll worry about me. Like, I'm good. I've been going to the gym. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, like I'll go at 8 a.m. like normal people, like it's okay.
I don't need to go at 4:30. It's fine.
Yeah. So it caused stress, but it was problems, but it was more because of me just being an idiot, right? Rather than right now, you wouldn't have that issue because you're doing it, right? Me, I'm like, shit, this is new to me. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, I need your help. Let's do this together. But she's like, no, you do it. You said you you want to do it. Just do it. Right?
Do you think having Betty keeps you on track? Like you get motivated to do shit, like to do work, knowing that like, listen, like she works, right? She provides like a paycheck. At the worst case scenario, you don't sell a house for a few months.
Yeah.
She's also working.
Yeah.
But do you ever look at her and be like, fuck, man, I really got to sell like another couple of houses before I close out this year?
Well, yeah, because like, when was it? Like the other day, I'm like, ah, fuck, I'm sick, man. I don't feel like going to work. And, but then I'm like,
you're sick too?
No, I got over, like, I think
I got a sinus infection. What are you feeling?
I think I didn't let myself get sick. I think I just forgot about it. And I'm like, wait, Betty's at work. Like she got like fucking, she's going to be at work. I'm going to be sitting at home like an idiot. What really in the beginning, because I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't working as hard, right?
Yeah.
So this always stuck in my head, right? Where she came home one day, she's like, hey, are you working hard?
You doing it?
Not in like a dick way, not in like a, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, really? Do you think, like, are you working hard? You're saying like a nice, like, like, hey, are you working? I'm like, no. Because she would leave the house before me and then come home after me.
Exhausted, like, I guess I'll make dinner now. Look at you, like,
yeah.
You didn't do shit all day.
Like on the couch, like, what's for dinner? You got it?
You're drinking a beer, you haven't rested on your fucking stomach.
You good? You got it? All right.
What are you making?
Yeah, I had a rough day. Just but that's what it was like, bro. And it still happens some days. She does leave before me because I work from home in the beginning, and then she'll come home after me. But I'll still like do stuff. But it's just funny because like I always think of it in my head, that conversation. We're at the kitchen counter. She's like, "Are you working hard?" So it's always just in my head now. So like I have to just push through.
I had a moment like that. So the girl before the last girl, we had a moment where like I was kind of like I wasn't paying attention that night, and I kept on saying like, "Huh," because I wasn't listening. And like I have this problem, like I ramble on, and I kind of like I don't pay attention to what you're saying because I have like my own things to say. Like I got a million thoughts racing in my head.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she goes, I don't like to repeat myself. And the moment she said that, I was just like, okay.
Check, please.
So after that moment, it's safe to say that I listened and I heard everything any girl has ever told me. Even if I agree, I don't agree, that's another thing. But like if they're speaking, I'll make a note of it to like actually listen and then say whatever I'm about to say. Or like if she speaks, I don't let it kind of like just go like,
Mm-hmm.
like I try to actually pay attention, even if it's bullshit. But
So
that happened, and then like I learned from it. Yeah.
yeah, so that's something I've been really trying to do better at right now, where like when I'm done, right? And like just spend the time
Yeah.
with
That's
Betty.
so important.
But if something comes up where it's like, yo, I could go make some money, Betty's gonna be like, fucking go. Like we could
Go get him,
literally,
Tiger.
yeah, we could literally have the plans, the weekend plan to like do something amazing, go on a little 2-hour trip or something. But hey, this client, they want to buy a house or something. It's like, you should like go sell the fucking house, which is great, bro. Cause it's super important. But I try not to like, when we're like hanging out, like, oh, I'll be on my phone at the restaurant, like just, when I'm done, I'm done. But one thing I want to ask your thoughts, because this may be for people listening who own a business and then have a significant other, whether it's a wife or husband, when it comes to big financial purchases in a relation, like in the business, like you make a big financial decision purchase. It's not like you ask yourself, you're like, should I do it? Yes or no? I wonder if people who are married, the significant other who's not in the business, do they ask them? Do they like share with them, hey, this is what we're doing? Or do they just do it because it's like, hey, this is the business is separate? So I always wanted to know what people do in that sense.
So like my mom and dad,
Okay, good
right?
analogy.
Yeah, my dad has fucked up so much that like at this point he feels compelled to tell her just in case, but he doesn't ask her. He tells her in like a very nice way, almost to solicit a reaction and then like process the reaction and think about that, as opposed to just asking her what her thoughts are. He just solicits the reaction first. Like he fishes for like the
Oh, fuck.
Shant could be connecting.
Bringing
And
about
she's
the building.
like,
Yeah.
what? With what money? And he goes, I was going to actually talk to you about that.
He was hoping for like, oh, yes, let's do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck, okay.
Yeah, he'll say it like, Shant could be connecting, Khanutin. And she's like, I don't know with what money, but feel free, go ahead.
Yeah.
But like she's like, he's got to ask her, like, listen, you mind if I can borrow $100,000?
So with me, what I've done, because I see it as like, it's our money. That's how we've been, me and Betty, from the beginning. Everything is ours, dude. Like it's fucking share. It's not my money. It's not her money. We don't play that game. I know some couples do. I don't believe in that, where it's like, well, I make this money, I'm going to pay this. Like, dude, whoever makes whatever money we find in the fucking world, we're going to throw it in a pot, and this is our money. Like,
Right.
that's how we do it. Like, we don't pay bills with this one or that one. It's like,
So you guys don't have a prenup?
no. No.
I got to ask. Because I'll be completely honest, there's a chance that I may have to get a prenup because of like family investments.
Yeah. I mean, that's something
Sucks, but
we'll have to talk about. But so it's in the pool, man. Like, because there's times where she was making more money than me, like for a long time. So it's like, it's our money, bro. Like, but so when there's a big purchase, let's say like a $5,000 purchase or something, or like, I want to go to this conference, it's $2,000 plus flight plus hotels, right? Like, call her.
they'll ask you
like,
what the ROI is on it.
I call her like, babe, hey, how's your day going? How you doing? Right? All like
What
scared.
did you eat for lunch today?
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, she's like, what's up? Like, what? She knows it's coming. I'm like, so I want to go, like, before you go crazy, I want to go to this. I'll explain the whole situation. And in her mind, she's thinking, how much? How much? Right. So
I
I'm
love
like, I
it.
want to, like, hey, listen, before you say anything, I want to go to this event. This event's going to be fucking crazy. I'm going to do like all this stuff. And then she'll like, so I'll say, what do you think? Before I even say how much, or she's like, she'll just say, how much? And I'll say, okay, the tickets are $2,000. She'll be like, what? That's always her first what, right? This is how she does it. And then she'll be like, she'll ask me seriously, because she knows I'm always straight up. She's like, do you think it's worth it? You're gonna get something out of it? I'll be like, yes. She'll be like, okay, go. And or if like I want to spend money on Facebook ads, hey, I'm gonna spend 1,000 a month on Facebook ads. She'll be like, do you think you'll get clients out of that? I'll say yes. She'll be
So
like,
she's almost turned into your business partner.
well, she is. She is. Is she not?
See, you don't have, you and my brother don't have a problem. I guess when it comes to, like, listen, if I'm in the mindset of like, listen, some things for me, regardless if it's my wife, it's my father, when I do something, I have a control issue. I'm working on it, but I have a control issue, as in, like,
Mhm.
listen, I give up control constantly. But if I'm going to have any sort of say in what I'm going to do, then I like to have complete control over it.
Mhm.
So in BAC stuff, I made it like very, very like known to my father. Anytime I'm about to spend on something, like, don't tell me what the fuck to do. Like, let me make the mistake, but I don't want to have two people, now three people, four people telling me how to do what I'm doing. If I'm asking for your advice, it's another thing. So I
Well,
don't know if I can do that, Sean.
well, see, it's never like, um, so let's put into your terms, right? Like you're going to invest in, let's say you want to do advertising, right? And you're like, you know what? I'm either going to spend, we'll just throw numbers, 1,000 a month on Google pay-per-clicks or 1,000 a month on Facebook ads. You have to do one of them. It's your decision because you're the business owner. You know the X's and O's, which one to choose, right? Like you're not going to ask your wife, you're not going to ask, hey, which one should I? But when it comes down to the money, it's still her money, in my opinion. So it's like, hey, I want to, spend this on this. I feel like it's going to get me, an ROI of this. Not sure. It's something new. Never done it before, but I need to spend money, and you have to have that conversation
So your communication is really, really good.
between us two. Yes, like,
Was it
I'll,
always like that? Sorry.
yeah, yeah. It's like I'll be at a fucking store, like, babe, I want to get these sneakers. They're like 100 fucking
Send me
$20.
pictures. Send me pictures.
And it's not like it's, dude, we both have the freedom to spend money on whatever we want, right? But the thing is, we give each other the respect of telling each other, not just fucking showing up. Oh, hey, I bought a car today. Did you see it?
Babe, it was on sale.
Yeah, did you see it?
So hold
So
on. Was your communication good in the beginning of the relationship? Like, did you guys like do the excessive waiting game and like flirting, or was it like, were you guys more straight with each other when you guys first started talking? Because that's everything, Sean. The beginning of the relationship
sets the tone. Yeah.
sets the tone for life.
That's a very good point.
How was that? Can you? I'm gonna turn up the heat real quick because it's fucking cold in here. Can you explain in detail how the communication was in the beginning so I can get a?
Okay. Well, Ari goes away to turn up the heat. Literally. So in the beginning, because I just got to a point where I just was really upfront.
I know
really,
that sound.
yeah.
But no, we're going over
Okay,
our
overtime
time today.
So no, we were right from the beginning, very upfront, not wasting each other's time, just like straight shooters. This is what it is. Told each other everything. I hope we could ask her, but we were just like from the beginning, man. Like this is it. Like I like put all the cards out there, bro, and she did as well. And we didn't play this back and forth like game, like because then like I don't know, man. I just don't like that. I don't like that. I think just fucking like when you said in our last negotiation a couple episodes ago, you just give your number. Like,
Yeah.
straight up, this is it. And that's how we both were.
I play a lot of games, man.
You got to cut out the games because you know what?
I don't do intentional mind game shit. I play a lot of games because I'm constantly like
Playing game in your head.
yeah. Like I'm like not even so much games. I'm talking like one day, if you rub me the wrong way, I kind of like back off, but it's not a game of like I'm doing this like strategically. It's like no,
Gotcha.
like I'm very, very like hot and cold.
Got you. You're more reacting. Game.
Yeah, man.
Not like
I know, like
not
when
like
I get a bad vibe from somebody, it's my communication stops. I just get very cold. I'm like, wow, okay, I just got a really shitty taste.
You're not like sitting there. Okay, week 1, I'm going to do this. Week 2, I'm going to play like this. You're just like whatever comes at you, you're playing that game.
Yeah, and I suck at communication. Like if you do something that I find like a little bit like this is bothering me, I'll hold it in until it works its way out. And if not, then I'll just explode and fucking tell you.
I was bad at that too. Like I held shit in, just fucking Betty would be like you're not talking. Like what the fuck? It's like it's been like an hour. You're still mad about something. Because she gets over shit so quick, bro. Like you could piss her off, and then like 20 minutes later, she's like laughing. You piss me off for like an hour. I'm like,
yeah. Like, I don't know why I married you.
Yeah. It's like fucking my life sucks and just all this. But so the epitome, I think, of a relationship, a marriage, right? And so I saw something Will Smith talked about recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was just great, bro. Like, fucking always loved Will Smith, man. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man.
Me too. Good role model.
Yeah, legit.
Fantastic. You can't get
so
better.
he was getting marriage advice from someone who's been married for 50 years, and the lady was like, "How long have you guys been together? How long have you known each other?" And he said, 17 years we've known each other. And she's like, huh, you guys don't even know each other yet. Like it takes time, bro, right? And another thing he said is like, what happens is when people get married, they feel like it's like what I was doing a little in the beginning with the business, like needing her to fulfill me fulfill her. It's like he said, you're two separate people on a journey together, living your own lives, but just there to help each other out, man.
Yeah.
Like we're not fucking like, oh my God, like, I can't breathe. Like I need to be around you every second. No, it's like, yo, dude, like we're living our lives together and we're here to help each other grow and just be better versions of ourselves.
Love that.
That's it. I'm going to tell her about that today. Fuck.
It's a good episode, man.
And yeah, man, I think I'm not the one to give marriage advice because I've only been married for 5 years. Fuck, should know that one.
September 2014.
Yeah, you were there.
I was. I really was.
But it's like, there's one key thing, bro. And I want you to, this is going to be a nice.
Good picture right here.
Yeah, helping me out.
Yeah. I wasn't actually helping you out. It really made a good picture. So all I did was just stand there and just kind of go like this.
Sako, I think, was like shaving my head or something.
He
like,
actually shaved your head though.
Yeah, it was so weird. He's like, I got you.
He brought his own razors. No, he used your razor. Sorry.
Yeah. So one thing I realized, bro, people don't like, and this is a key indicator for you moving forward. To this day, it's been 10 years we've known each other. I'm always excited to see her or hear from her. And if you're not, there's an issue.
Yeah.
We're not bored of each other, bro. It's been 10 years. It's still like, I hope she fucking hears this episode because it's going to really get me up there. Yeah.
Couple extra points. Couple extra Facebook ads.
Yeah, too bad she doesn't listen to our podcast. But
fuck her, man.
Because I see a lot of relationships that like, hey, let's fucking go out, you know, like after work, blah blah. I'm like, nah, don't you want to go? Like, I don't want to fucking go home, man. Fucking, you know.
My wife. I don't want to see my wife.
Yeah, I kind of want to go home, man. Like, I had a good day. I want to share with, because like, dude, like I have wins, I have losses throughout your day, right? Like, you want to get home to like fucking tell her, like, hey.
Yeah, I really didn't like my last girlfriend.
Apparently.
I really didn't want to see her. So, yeah, man, that is motivating. I really do hope that the girl that I'm with sees the bigger picture, isn't obsessed with just, I guess, having a relationship with somebody, but more helping you help her be a better version of, I don't know if I got this all correctly. I got to write this down. Being better versions of ourselves because of them.
Yeah, bro, like it's a fun journey.
So really, really, really fun talking about this with you, Shant. I'm happy I didn't get you into any trouble. It doesn't sound like on this episode.
I said all the right things.
Yeah. It's almost like you were prepared for the shots.
Notes.
Yeah.
Betty gave me the notes to the answers and stuff. So
yeah.
Because you sent her the questions.
I didn't send her shit. I was trying to get this hue light set up before this call. To be honest with you, I was kind of worried that I was going to be distracted by this shit, and I'm happy it all started to come together.
We didn't say the people watching this on YouTube, you're not at your regular location. Where are you?
Yeah, man. I'm at the new place. I came here because I had to set up some new stuff, drop off some packages, set up like
your curtains.
I need curtains, huh?
Be nice.
Yeah. Any recommendations on color, leave them in the comments. Make sure to drop like a 5-star rating too. Good night, Shant.
Good night, everyone.